See, as a targeted individual, it's no coincidence that when you come from a family or a big family of narcissists and you find yourself experiencing gang stalking or organized stalking, those two aspects are deeply connected into why your life and your experience turned out the way that it was. Because on one hand, you'll have people, bugging you about having a career, getting a job, making progress in life and doing the things that you have to do in life to seem responsible. And at the same time, while they're bugging you about these type of things, they're the ones that are in the background helping them sabotage you as well. They're the ones that are working with your workplaces. They're the ones that are working with the past honeypot that you may have been associated. They're the ones who are working with past associates and sabotaging any type of forward movement. Because when you're a targeted individual, these people, they need you in the environment. They need you stationary in one environment. That way they can keep perpetrating and carrying out these psychological tactics and, doing what they're all involved in when it comes to organized stalking and perpetrating it against you. So, like I said, you wonder why, as a target individual, you face minor setbacks, or every time you try to move forward, there's some type of sabotage, especially if you're still in the environment where narcissistic families are, or you're still in the same neighborhood you're being gang stalked in, community mobbed in. It's literally, it starts off in the family unit, then it's the whole community, and I feel like the targeting can get so widespread that it can literally become a whole town. And the prime example of that is, like, almost every day they have the fire department come through here with their sirens on, doing noise campaigns. As soon as they pass up the street where I'm at, they cut them off right after they pass it up. They'll have EMS involved, local police department trying to show their presence. So people who aren't experiencing organized stalking, they won't really understand. People who don't go through this, those on the outside that are spectating it, and those who have sold out, they're never really gonna understand how it is to really put the pieces together once you really wake up to this. But yeah, that's one thing I had on my mind. It's just one of the major aspects they come against the most in this so-called program is your finances. That's one thing. They're very meticulous at targeting that area of your life. And I'm not saying it's impossible to have forward movement. I'm not saying there's still not ways to make money as a TI, because there is. But you have to pick and choose your moves and really move in silence as much as possible. So, you'll have people within your family, at least in my case, judging, why aren't you at a certain point in your life yet? Why don't you have this employment? Or why aren't you succeeding in this certain area in your life? And at the same time, these are the people that are behind the scenes trying to keep you stagnant and stuck and sabotage you at the very same time.